Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, March.
You're on under me, so you may want to change you may want to rename.
Oh, okay.
That's because I sent you my link.
I think we're live.
How do I do that again?
Hello.
See the three dots at the
I'm not
top
sure
of the
they
picture?
can hear me.
With the likeness being so similar, people will get so confused.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie, can they hear me?
Get mistaken all the time. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Hello. Are we ready? I'm not
You
confident.
just look like you're a wrestler and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not confident we're transmitting, Jamie.
Uh-huh.
Good morning, everyone.
My dog's letting me
You're
go.
right, Commissioners. We're having trouble getting Commissioner Vest's feed on standby.
Well,
So you said you're going
the
to
best
show us
laid
pictures of your
plans.
dog sled?
Short meeting.
Yes, I took a video.
They're cut off from us.
Want me to bring some clerk staff over to stand in for commission?
There you go. The world might be a better place that I can say that because nobody's listening to me.
Corey will.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm here or not because we wouldn't be able to hear you anyway. left because that one, I changed microphones and it seems to be working. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good now. I'll take a look at that after the meeting, Commissioner Vest, but yes, we are good to go now. I believe go ahead and continue with the meeting.
Thank you so much. With that, I will welcome everyone to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners Zoom meeting. Thank you for your patience with us. Today is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. I am the chair of the county board, Rick Vest. Joining us this morning are Commissioners Roma Amundson, Sean Flowerday, and Krista Yoakum. And also present, I believe, is Vice Chair Deb Shore. Mr. Clerk, please begin the meeting.
Were you going to do the pledge?
Oh, yep, you're right. Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Dan. Mr. Clerk, please begin the meeting.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available in room 112. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.nd.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021.
Yeah.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore?
I'm not seeing her.
Yeah, I think we're still having some technical difficulties on Deb's end. Dave is trying to help her right now.
Amundson?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through March 2nd, 2021. This needs to be amended to include the payroll that ended on February 24th, 2021.
I move that we approve the claims with the amendment to add the payroll dated to February 24th.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Please call the roll.
Flowerday?
We didn't hear
Yes.
you.
Shore?
I'm not muted.
Shore?
No, she's not
She's
on.
still not on, Dave.
Okay. Amundson?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next are consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one. With a single vote of the Board of Commissioners, these items are approval of. Amendments to county contract for unit price demolition services with the following. C-17-85 with Brandt Excavating Company. C-17-86 with Complete Construction Services. C-17-87 with Gannett Trucking and Excavating. C-17-88 with High Plains Enterprises, Inc. C-17-89 with MWE Services, Inc. C-17-90 with New Horizons, LLC. C-17-91 with Vasa Construction. Amendments to county contracts for unit price excavating, grading, and dozing services with the following. C-17-40 with Brandt Excavating Company. C-17-42 with Gannett Trucking and Excavating. C-17-43 with H.R. Bookstrom Construction. C-17-44 with High Plains Enterprises, Inc. C-17-45 with Walton Construction Company. Amendments to county contracts for unit price flooring, carpet, tile, and edging installation with the following. C-17-92 with Floors, Inc. C-17-93 with Midwest Floor Covering, Inc. Amendments to county contracts for unit price moving installation services with the following. C-18-736 with Office Installation Specialists, Inc. C-17-737 with World Class Office Installers, Inc. Amendments to county contracts for unit price landscape installation and maintenance services with the following. C-17-39 with Nebraska Nursery and Color Garden. C-17-38 with Mr. Yards and More, LLC. Amendments to county contracts for unit price audiovisual repair and replacement services with the following. C-17-166 with Electronic Contracting Company. C-17-164 with Concepts AV Integration. C-17-163 with Bisco Inc. doing business as Bisco Technologies. Amendments to county contracts for unit price plumbing services with the following. C-17-48 with Bob and Don's Plumbing. C-17-50 with Hayes Mechanical. C-17-51 with John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. C-17-52 with JT&K Services, Inc. Amendments to county contracts for annual services, tires, tubes, and tire repair services with the following. C-18-104 with Bauer Built Tire and Service. C-18-105 with Pomps Tire Service, Inc. C-18-106 with Heartland Tire and Treads. C-18-107 with Jensen Tire and Auto. Amendments to the following county contracts. C-18-167 with Interconnect for unit price commercial grade door security access control system and service. C-19-800 with the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services to amend and expand the lease at the Youth Services Center by 2,085 square feet and allow for various improvements to the space. C-19-894 with the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services to increase the amount of funding for the Child Support Enforcement Title IV-D state program from $398,102 to $580,880. C-17-21 with Overhead Door Company of Lincoln, Inc. for unit price overhead door repair and replacement services. First Amendment County Contract C-20-430 with the Schemmer Associates, Inc. to add additional design services related to Structure D-88. Documents related to the issuance of revenue bonds for Christian Retirement Homes, Inc., doing business as Eastmont Living. This includes first supplement to bond indenture and federal tax matters certificate. Right-of-way contracts with the following. Larry G. Smith Trust, North 162nd Street and Ashland Road, in the amount of $892. Rig Trupp Survivors Trust, Highway 79 and West Branch Oak Road, in the amount of $892. Richard E. and Verna R. Berry, Northwest 70th Street and West Branch Oak Road, in the amount of $892. Utility permit number 2084, allowing Windstream, Nebraska to replace a communication line due to the repair of County Bridge V25 at no cost to the county.
Move approval of the consent items?
Second?
We have a motion and second to approve the consent items. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4, new business. 4A is the appointment of James Pinkerton to the Lancaster County Board of Zoning Appeals for a term commencing April 1st, 2021 and ending March 31st, 2026.
I will move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve the appointment of James Pinkerton to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is a recommendation from the county attorney and purchasing agent to award a contract to Capital City Transfer Service, Inc. for coroner transport. The estimated total over 4 years is $200,000.
Move approval?
Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve this
Second.
recommendation. Any discussion about this? Please call the roll.
Shore,
I don't know if she heard you, Dan.
Shore.
Yes.
Okay. Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. C is a grant contract with Fresh Start for transitional housing for 4 Lancaster County Community Corrections Program participants. The term of the contract is from January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023, in the amount of $36,000 per year.
Move approval?
Second.
Yeah, we have a motion and a second. I would just add that we did receive an email from Kim, who had a conflict, otherwise would have been here to tell us this morning that this is simply an adjustment on an existing contract to reflect the current rates that have been established by the state. So any further discussion on item C? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4D are notices of termination effective March 31st, 2021 due to Medicaid expansion for the following county contracts: C-17-723 with the Gynecology and Fertility, and C-17-519 with General Surgery Associates.
Move approval?
Second.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve these termination. Any discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes. We're clearly having still some technical issues because Deb and I keep saying yes to things and it keeps not coming through.
I didn't hear from Shore.
Yeah.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. E are contracts to provide unit price pavement concrete services. The term of the contract are from March 1st, 2021 through February 28th, 2022, with the option to renew for one additional one-year term. The cost of county is not to exceed $55,000 for all contracts with the following: Pavers, Inc., R&C Concrete, Vasa Construction, Walton Construction Company, Inc., and Schmieding Construction, Inc.
Good morning, Pam.
Good morning. This is just an annual contract for patching and pavement services as we need it.
Move approval?
Second?
We have a motion and numerous seconds to approve these contracts. Any comment? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. F is a recommendation from the county engineer and purchasing agent to award a contract to Midwest Coatings Company, Inc. for crack sealing bituminous surfacing 2021. The total cost is $139,300.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This is our annual contract for sealing cracks in the pavement. We do this to maintain the pavement to try to get a longer life out of it.
Move approval.
Second.
Very good. We have a motion and a second to approve this. And here we go, Pam. Your education of us is bearing good fruit, because I remember this crack sealing to extend the life of existing pavement. What a good thing to do. So please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. G has been pulled per the purchasing department. H is recommendation from the county engineer and purchasing agent to award a contract to Top Coat Inc. for chip seal 2021. The total cost of the contract is $1,207,714.73.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. What I should be sharing with you now on the screen is the exhibit that actually shows the locations where we will be doing this type of work around the county. This is another type of asphalt maintenance. What we're trying to do is maintain our asphalt before it gets to the point that we either have to replace the entire slab or do a mill and overlay. And of course, these projects end up being much more cost effective in the long run.
Okay.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve this recommendation. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest. Motion carries 5-0. I is a contract with Peterson Earth Moving Inc. for the North 14th Street culvert replacement from Arbor Road to Waverly Road.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This is a continuation of our focus to stabilize North 14th Street. So as you're aware, we've now replaced 3 of the smaller bridges in this corridor, and we have under contract the larger bridge. What I'm sharing with you on the screen now shows 4 additional, and these are fairly good sized culverts that are what I like to refer to as the baby boxes from the WPA era. And so they're also in very bad shape. And once we replace these, I think we're almost good with the 14th Street corridor. And when I say almost, I just want to caveat that a little bit, because after we've tore up so many sections of this pavement, we're going to have to go back in and overlay the whole corridor to kind of smooth it back out. And so it's exciting to come to the end of the pipe projects on this job.
Very good.
I move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. J is a contract with Peterson Earth Moving Inc. for the repair of County Bridge H207 in the total amount of $209,792.78.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. H207, some of the commissioners may recall, was heavily damaged in the flood of 2015. We received FEMA funding to repair and restore the south side of the bridge. However, we did not receive FEMA funding to repair and restore the north side of the bridge, which has incrementally become more damaged over time. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen one more time. Yay, success, right? So I'm showing you an exhibit of the location of this bridge. What we plan to do is go in and stabilize the north abutment and embankment this year and hope to secure this bridge well into the future.
Very
I
good.
will move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 5 is update on COVID-19 and Lancaster County response.
I have no new information. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share at this time? Seeing none, let's move on.
Number 6 is legislative update.
I don't believe we have anything.
Number 7 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
I would just remind everyone present that these public comments do have a limit of 5 minutes, and that people are free to come and talk on any topic not on the agenda, and that the commissioners are instructed not to interact with the people making public comments. So we do have a couple folks this morning.
Good morning. Mark Smith with High Plains Enterprises, Inc. I'm here this morning. Item 4G on new business was removed from the agenda. I believe it was removed from the agenda because we have formally protested the bid for that project. However, I'll put that on there. That is the bid tabs for the project, which shows that High Plains Enterprises, Inc. was actually the low bidder for the project. Now, the last time I was in a county commissioners meeting was in June of 2018, after which we had a box culvert project, 17-166, that had went badly. We had some poor subcontractors on the project and poor project management on the side of High Plains Enterprises. And because of that, we had some projects that were taken away from us that we were awarded, and we were also barred from bidding county work as a prime for 2 years. So in those 2 years, we have worked our tails off to help rebuild our work resume and try to get back in good faith with the county. In that time frame, we have built a great working relationship with all the surrounding counties, surrounding Lancaster, from Sarpy, Cass, Fillmore, Odo, Dodge, Douglas, all the way up to Burt County, up in northern Nebraska. So we've also done a lot of work with the city of Omaha in that time frame as well. This project that we bid, that we were the low bid on, is a county culvert maintenance project with some bank stabilization and riprap. In the last 2 years, since we were barred from the county, we've placed over 50,000 tons of riprap on bank stabilization jobs and installed over a mile of pipe and culverts on several different projects, whether it be private or county projects like we had talked. We've become a preferred contractor in other counties and a preferred subcontractor, some of the biggest roadway and bridge builders that do business around here, such as Hawkins, Constructors, Pavers, Omni, and et cetera. So in my opinion, High Plains has definitely a substantial work resume for a project like this. We were actually awarded a project very similar to this prior to our barment in 2018 that was taken away from us and due to the penalty that we had. Right now, we are currently on a project with the city of Lincoln out in Olympic Heights, project 700891, that is a very similar project, placing riprap, doing pipe work, everything like that. And then we are also on the Beal Slough project with the Game and Parks Commission and Lower Platte NRD with same thing, very similar style of projects. Through this project, we had submitted 4 references, and we had called, and the county had called them and checked on our status with them. All of them verified with us that they gave us a good reference. I think the one bad thing that they had to say was we had some matting that had come up after some wind on a project. And if those references were not good enough to suffice with the county, in the bid documents, it does state that the county can request additional references, which we would be happy to provide if needed.
1 minute left.
Like I say, this project with us employing over 30 employees that live in Lancaster County, our businesses in Lancaster County, our tax dollars go towards a project like this. After the protest is done, I just ask that the commissioners and that the county look at it again, and see that I think that with everything that we have to present and the fact that we're working in the surrounding counties and working in the city, and for some of the bigger general contractors, that we can definitely take on a project like this and do it successfully to get back in good graces with the county and the work that we can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Good morning. My name's Ann Giebler, and I'm from Omaha. And I am an associate with Legal Shield and ID Shield for about, I would say 15 years, but have had these services for over 19 years. I take care of many of the counties. I think I sent you 2 attachments. One was the overview of how these services work with the premiums, as well as all of the counties that have the services that I'm bringing forth to you this morning. These are voluntary benefits. They're at no cost to the county. And the 2 benefits, one is a legal plan, the other is an identity theft plan. But I also have some counties that have also added the gun supplement to their voluntary benefits as well. Our legal plan is one that really has helped many of the counties, especially during this pandemic, with issues on the home front, and as well as identity theft, which is also the #1 crime in America. Our identity theft actually has been mentioned on national news as being the best identity theft product on the market because of what we do. And the biggest one is full restoration on the back end. These plans also help the many counties that I take care of during the flooding that happened 2 years ago, and some of them were in devastation because they totally lost everything. But Legal Shield came to their aid and helped them with a lot of those problems and questions that they had no one else to go to for those answers that they were seeking. I am seeking permission to be on your agenda, maybe the next agenda, where I can spend 10 minutes at the max in going over a little bit more in detail how these plans work, how they have been used during the pandemic, and answer any of your questions that you may have about these plans. They are being used to helping county employees staying focused on their jobs and without taking any sick days or personal days to handle any issues that they currently have on the home front, whether it be identity theft as well, because that can be debilitating when somebody finds out they have been a victim. And then I also want to point out too that these are very affordable. Everyone is approved, and they are portable through your county, meaning if any of your employees leave, they get to take them with them when they do retire or leave. And that's all I have to share with you at this point. Once again, I appreciate your time in allowing me to speak, and look forward to seeing if that is something that I can also get on to the next agenda item on your agenda for the next time.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Best.
Mrs. Giebler. Before we go on to the next item, I missed one of the commissioners on the previous item, item 6, legislative update. I believe Commissioner Yoakum had something she wanted to share.
Yeah, it was actually my technical challenges here. I couldn't get myself off mute in time, and so I appreciate this opportunity. I wanted to go back to legislative updates, and I know I'm a little bit late to this, but I was reading last night what the hearings were coming up this week. And there were two that I flagged, one not for this group, I sent it to another one, but the one that I wanted to talk about was LB 577. It is making Election Day a holiday. And I just thought, following our discussion last week about, do we call off our meeting? Do we not call off our meeting? That sort of thing. And there has been a trend asking for Election Day as a holiday to make more people aware of voting day. And I know that there's been times I've been phone banking, and I've got people that didn't really know when Election Day was and thought it was like the following week or something. So I wanted to bring that forward, and I think I would like to at least send a letter at a minimum to support this bill.
Okay.
I think it's fantastic policy. I think we should do it.
Should I make a motion?
I'll leave my comments to that.
Well,
Because we are 20, us, it would be easy to obtain President's Day or any of those other holidays. Just kind of want to see the fiscal.
For whatever reason, I am missing almost every other word that you said there, but I did catch fiscal.
Krista, we're not hearing you now. Krista, we're not hearing you. This has been a bad meeting. Goodness. Krista? Jamie, are you there? Krista? I'll text her. Yeah, we're having additional problems here. I don't know if you all can hear me. Deb, we could not hear you, and Krista, we got the very first sentence of that last conversation, and nothing more than that. So we have a proposal here. The short version is we have a proposal to support LB 577 through a letter. I agree that we heard from Deb some concern about the fiscal impact of if this were enacted.
Commissioner, I apologize. We had a Zoom crash again. We're working to reestablish, but stand by.
So they can't hear me?
Correct.
Wow. Can any of you hear me, commissioners? Nope. Nobody can hear anybody.
We've got you loud and clear up here.
Yeah, it's one advantage to being in the room. Goodness. Doing this last year, it's gone actually really well, given that we hadn't done it before. It wasn't even considered legal.
Commissioners, we are back.
Can the commissioners hear me? John, okay, very good. I would reopen this discussion. Deb, if you'd like to try again on your comments.
Krista, I was concerned about just the fiscal impact to Lancaster County because we are a 24/7 operation, how much it would cost us, and then knowing that those costs would be incurred by, Bryan Hospital and the University of Nebraska and, any other nonprofit or governmental agency. So I'm concerned about that part, but I certainly would support the addition of postage because I know that can be a barrier. So I guess I have concerns about half, but would be supporting, the other portion of that bill.
Sure.
Could we do a letter of support and just talk about the postage? The way we sort of supported 111 and just talked about correctional officers?
Okay.
I think that I would be supportive of that. Actually,
I think that to make it a holiday, I think that there is a tremendous fiscal impact for that. And we do have so many opportunities for people to, they can mail in, they can go to various places where they can go to vote. We've got the extra boxes out there. It seems as though we have done pretty well in making it available, making places to vote available and the means to vote. I think that would be one of the concerns that I have. And I'm not sure exactly, so many times when you do have a holiday, they plan the holiday and they do something else instead. They take a long extended weekend. I'm not exactly sure that is something that I would be specifically supportive of.
But I did hear a counter proposal. Krista, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I appreciate that, and yeah, there definitely is a real cost to giving people a day off. But I also think, Roma, to your points, we do a really good job here in Lancaster County of that,
Absolutely.
and I'm really proud of that. I'm just not sure it's the same across the state, and this would help ensure that. But yeah, I would be okay with just supporting the postage part at least. That's one step.
Let's do a motion on that. If you guys, I heard, okay, instead of supporting the full bill, LB 577, we are supporting the postage aspect of it. If we want to ensure that, why don't we do a motion directed at that?
I would move to, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, I think we need to do it the way we did it with 111, where we do support the piece of legislation. I think we can only take a position of support on the legislation. Realistically, I wouldn't know how else to do it. But then we could just, tailor our comments in the letter just to the postage paid on. The same way we didn't even talk about the broader stuff in 111. We just tailor our comments to the correctional officer piece. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Well,
Deb?
Wouldn't we be in a neutral capacity? I guess I wouldn't want to be, if we're supporting the bill but only talking about one part, there might be an insinuation we're supporting the whole bill. I would think we'd come in more of a neutral capacity.
Well, then we probably should have done that on 111 then too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that'd
sorry,
be
Krista,
right.
you were starting to make a motion. I interrupted you.
Well, I was, but now I'm reconsidering if we should be neutral or supportive. Because we are supporting part of the bill, certainly, at least.
I think it's a lesson learned for us here that we don't want to give a blank check endorsement of a bill that we have real concerns of. I know we
Right.
did that previously, and we probably wouldn't do that again if we were faced with that choice on 111.
And to tell you the truth, when I looked at the day off part in the nonprofit world, which is, where I've done a lot of work, oftentimes that was the thing we could give employees because we were paying them anyway. We could give them time, and so at the cost, I didn't think about it in quite the same perspective then because of that experience. So I guess I would make a motion to submit a letter in a neutral capacity, but really supporting paying the postage on mail-in ballots.
Okay,
I would second that.
we have it.
And I have a follow-up question. Have you reached out to Dave Shively, Krista?
So I didn't on this bill because actually I read it last night. I'm actually in trouble because I'm editing a letter on a different bill that I read last night, so I didn't have time. But I have reached out to him regarding sending out vote by mail applications for this last election, for the upcoming election, the spring city election. And at that cost, he told me that would be about $50,000 for the printing and postage. So it would seem to me that we'd be somewhere in that vicinity for postage on ballots to be mailed back in. Maybe a little less because there wouldn't be the printing point to it.
Any other questions?
Again, I got about a third of that. So as long as Dave is aware that we are sending a letter, if he's there, maybe testifying on a different bill or for a different reason, I think it's always nice for him to know that, the board has taken a position on one of the election commissioners, not a position, but, well, I guess it's a neutral position.
Right.
Either Dave, him, and of course,
Very good. We have a motion and a second to take a neutral position on LB 577 and to send a letter in favor of the postage language in that bill. Any further discussion, folks? Good discussion. Well done. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Deb's freezing up.
We can't hear you, Deb.
yes,
There you go.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
And we will work with Dave and make sure we get notice out to Dave Shively as well about our position on LB 577. All right. With that, I do apologize to everyone for the difficulties this morning. We had a good streak going, and we'll start another good streak at our next meeting. So with that, please continue.
Next is announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting will be broadcast in room 112 of the County City Building. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, March 4th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting via Zoom on Tuesday, March 9th, 2021 at 9 a.m. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commission@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
Item 9.
can't hear me, so I move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
we are adjourned from the Lancaster County meeting, and with that, I will open the Lancaster County Board of Equalization meeting for Tuesday, March 2nd.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available in room 112. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, February 16th, 2021.
I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Can
So
anyone?
moved?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Abstain?
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 4 yes, 1 abstention. Number 2 are additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the addition and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is notice of assessed valuation change for property taxation purposes. This is for Pelican Finance LLP.
We do have a distinguished guest with us this morning.
Good
Mr.
morning,
Ogden.
Commissioners. This is a very simply a mobile home that we had taken off the rolls due to the report that it had been moved. Then under investigation, we found that it had not. Owners understand, no, so we just need to put it back on the rolls.
All right.
Simple.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
I move we put it back on the rolls.
Second.
Motion and a second to put the trailer back on the property tax rolls. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore, Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
There was a yes, a delayed yes in there, but yeah. Very good, Dan.
Next is number,
Make it 5.
okay.
Here we go for 5.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4, public hearing. This is for motor vehicle tax exemption applications. This includes Messiah Evangelical Lutheran Congregation, Nebraska United Methodist Foundation, Christian Church in Nebraska, First Evangelical Free Church, Dialysis Center of Lincoln, Nebraska Safety Council, Inc., Heartland Bike Share, Lincoln Baptist Church, Temple Baptist Church, Northern Lighthouse Church, Cedars Youth Services, City Impact, and Tabitha, Inc.
We will open the public hearing on these items. I see no one in the chambers. And I see no one coming forward. With that, I'll close the public hearing.
Number 5 is action on motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval of the motor vehicle tax exemption applications?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the exemptions. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 6, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to County Board of Equalization business, not on agenda, may do so at this time.
I see
I
no one.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Shore, Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Yes.
5-0.
We are adjourned.